Hello, YouTube family. Okay, I'm going to start this off with a disclaimer. My kids are playing in the other room, so it could be noisy. I snuck into the kids' bedroom. You can see their bunk beds here to chat with you for a few minutes about my pregnancy and how it's going, and to give you some updates on Lydia, because some of you were asking how Lydia's doing. She is 16 months old now, 16 and a half, I guess. So lots going on with her. Okay, but first I wanted to let you know the giveaway of the day. If you've been following this week, I have posted a giveaway with every one of my videos, and I'm going to continue for the month of January. So be sure to stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed and you hit the bell notification so you see all my videos, because each giveaway will just be open for 1 week. So today's giveaway is from a company called Pretty Nerdy Press. I will link her website in the description box below this video, and also you can find her on Instagram at Pretty Nerdy Press, same name. She has beautiful posters, and she is going to let one of you pick out a poster of your choice, and I think you'll enjoy them. They are not just for homeschoolers. There's everything from your topics that you would expect, like math or science, those kind of things, to maps, to even things like how to do laundry. So there's just a wide variety of posters, and they're all really pretty. So I'm excited for you to check out her shop and let me know what you think. So to enter in this giveaway, just go ahead and leave a comment on this video, just letting me know what kind of poster you would enjoy in your home, or just say, yes, I want to win, please. And be sure to check out her shop. Okay, moving on. I had an appointment with my midwives today, and I am, let me think. Oh, they're getting excited there. Do you hear my kids squealing? They're having fun. I am, I guess, 23 weeks pregnant. Does that sound right? I'm so bad at keeping up with this, you guys. I'm due May 2nd. So about 23. I guess tomorrow would be 24. So I'm well along. I'm over halfway there, and I am feeling fantastic. This has been my easiest pregnancy so far. In a minute, I will tell you why I think, but I've been having a normal amount of energy. Of course, I get tired just like any other mom with 8 kids pregnant with her 9th. So I do take naps if I feel like I need it, but for the most part, I am well rested, and just my countenance, my energy level, I just feel good. I have not had any of the backaches or the swelling or things that I would kind of expect to start around this time. None of that has started. I'm able to just eat. I have a great appetite. So it's just been a huge, huge blessing. Baby is very active. He's a kicker and a wiggler. So he just says, hey, I'm here all throughout the day and the night. We tested my iron levels today while I was there, and that looks great, which is always a relief for me because I have had anemia during my pregnancy since the very first one, and it's something that I've always battled with. I was taking Floridix. It's a liquid iron. That's what I've always taken all my pregnancies, but this time around I tried something different. I'm taking the Garden of Life brand of iron, just 1 a day, and so I was so happy to see that my iron counts are good just from that, because it's a lot less expensive and it's easier to take than dealing with a liquid. So to know that it's working for me, yeah, I was pretty happy about that. So I will keep that up. And then what else did they test? They just did your normal, like urine testing and everything that they typically do. And they said everything looks great. So I'm very excited about that. My only thing that I told them, like my complaint, is that I'm so thirsty. I'm just so thirsty. And I know what we talked about is it's winter time, so our heaters are going. That dries you out a lot. Also, to switch to Lydia, she's still nursing just a little bit. She's definitely kind of self-weaning, but there is still that. And so I feel like I'm drinking tons of water, but it's hard for me to have my thirst satisfied. So they actually want to double check with just a little glucometer, is that what they're called? That tests your glucose, just to make sure that I don't have gestational diabetes, just to rule that out. I had thought that might be a possibility with Lydia because I was having a similar thing, and it wasn't. I never had a problem. So who knows? Maybe this is just me, but I'll keep you posted if that comes up with an issue. I can't imagine there would be a problem, but you never know. We're just going to check things to be on the safe side. What else? We have not decided for sure on a name yet. We are throwing out some ideas. So if you have any boy name suggestions, throw them at us. Our other kids, some people ask us, what are all your kids' names if they're new here? In the description box of the video, I actually have everybody's names and ages listed. So you can look in there right down to Pepper the puppy. So yeah, we have some names that are getting the most votes among the family members, because we like to include everybody and see what their different opinions are. So when we finally settle on something, I will probably share. We'll see. Maybe I'll wait till he's born. I don't know. I'm planning to have another home birth. Of course, I have had all home births with my kids, and I wouldn't want anything else, especially during this time when it's no fun to be anywhere near a hospital. Yeah, I have no desire to go to a hospital. So please, Lord, let it be a successful home birth, because I really don't want to go during these COVID times. I also plan to have another water birth. I've had those since Samuel, I guess. Samuel, Jeremiah, James, and Lydia. So probably the last 4 have been water births, and I've really enjoyed it. Laboring in the water and delivering in the water is so wonderful. It is so much better. You know, if you're ever sore and achy and you take a bath and you feel better while you're in the bath, then you'll understand what I mean. It's just really kind of makes it easier, and I have less pain whenever I'm in water. So definitely want to do that again. Also, last time at Lydia's birth, both of the girls, Bella and Elsie, were there at the birth, and it sounds like they both want to be at this baby's birth as well. So that will probably be what happens there. Hopefully he won't be born, you know, in the middle of the night like Lydia was, where we had fallen asleep at that point, because it went on and on and on. So about midnight they fell asleep, and when we tried to wake them up to say that Lydia was coming, it was so hard to wake them up, because they were passed out. They were so tired. So we'll see. Every baby's different, right? They have their own timeline. I do tend to go a little bit overdue with my babies. I've never gone really early. I've had babies on the due date. And then I've had, my longest one was 13 days late. So almost 2 weeks late. That was Isabella. And then it seems like kind of right around a week late might be more of an average for me. So it will probably be close to, let's see, I'm due May 2nd, and I do have 2 May birthdays already. Leo's birthday is the 17th, and Jeremiah's birthday is the 28th. So it's going to be a busy birthday month. We'll see. I would be totally shocked if this baby came early and I had an April baby, but I guess it's possible. It's always possible, right, guys? What else? I think that's it for now. I don't plan on having another ultrasound. I had one at 13 weeks, I think it was, and that's when they were able to see the gender, amazingly. It seems so early to me. But they checked the dates and everything, to just checked on things, and everything looks great, so I don't plan on having another one. It's not something that I want to do a lot of if it's not necessary. So it's just smooth sailing from here. That's my hope. Okay, so on to Lydia. Lydia, like I said, is 16 and a half months old, and she, oh boy, I just feel like she has matured a lot into a toddler the past really probably 2 months. She is independent, and she is strong-willed, and she definitely has a mind about her and knows what she wants, and she will go to great lengths to accomplish whatever she sets out to do. It is amazing at such a young age of what resolve she has. She's very, very active. Of course, she was my earliest walker. She started walking at 9 months, and so she is obviously a confident walker now. She's even started jumping, which is really cute. Climbs on everything. All day long, we are getting her off of the dining room table. All day. Climbs up, get her down. Climbs up, get her down. It's kind of like a full-time job right there. And she even does creative things. Like I made some homemade butter recently and she saw it sitting up on the counter. And so I come back into the kitchen and she has figured out how to open the dishwasher because it has like this supposed to be a lock thing. So she's popped that open and has the lid down to the dishwasher so that she can stand in the dishwasher on the lid to reach the butter and is just eating it like this. So she's, you know, really resourceful and very creative to accomplish her goals. I'm sure she's going to do great things in life. In the meantime, she just has to deep breaths, mamas. Because, you know, the next child up from her is James, who is a very active little guy. And, he's a thrower. He's just like, everything's a baseball. So between the two of them, the thrower and the dumper and the climbers, and you know, it's been a busy household around here. She actually, she's finally breaking through with those 1-year molars. She has been later to cut teeth than any of my other kids. All of them were, I think she had a full mouth of like 13 teeth on her first birthday. So it's been surprising for me to see how long it took Lydia to cut teeth. But those 1-year molars are finally coming through. And during that time when they were first breaking through, she was really fussy. And she also started protesting going to sleep and just sleeping really poorly. And recently it's continued to where I was putting her down for naps and she just refused to go to sleep. She's waking up at night. It was not going well. And of course, my belly's getting bigger. I didn't show you my belly bump. I'll do that in a minute. But she was just hard to hold on to because she was fighting me so much. And so Isabella, she really likes the girls. And so Isabella offered, why don't I try to put her down for a nap or to bedtime? And it has gone so well. Bella said, I'll do this all the time. Lydia does not really give her a fight and then sleeps so well after Isabella rocks her and puts her in her bed. I don't understand the difference, but I am taking it. I am so grateful because having that time where she is sleeping is really important in this household. That's like okay, let's concentrate on something with homeschooling that I need to read to you or explain to you. That is a really precious time when she's sleeping. And so I'm glad she's back to doing good and sleeping good at night too, since Bella's started putting her to bed at night. So who would have guessed? I'm so thankful. Elsie also spends a lot of time. She just likes to play with her, and I think it's a challenge to Elsie whenever Lydia is fussy, because she does it with James too, because she'll get right in there and see what she can do to get them past whatever attitude they're in right then. And she is persistent about it, which is awesome. So she spends a lot of time playing with Lydia or getting her out of trouble, or she likes to wear her on her back in my, is it an ergo carrier? I'm forgetting all the names now. We have a carrier that she likes to wear on her back. And so that is really a blessing. If you are a mom in a season where you only have littles and you look at someone who has a large family with older kids and you think, how can you do that? I can't even do what I have, on my hands right now. I'm telling you, it does get easier. Of course, you have new challenges because you have older kids who are moving into adulthood. So you have intellectual challenges with them and things like that. But as far as juggling all of the things that come with having many small kids, it's such a blessing to have older siblings because they like to step in and help. And in fact, I was talking to Jason and I were talking about our oldest too. And I said, I'm so glad that they get to be teenagers in a house where there's babies, because I said, it will be really different when our youngest kids are teenagers and there's not babies here every day, because it provides them with so many great opportunities. They get to learn big time patience, because little ones can test your patience, get into your stuff. They can be loud and, whatever it may be, they can really test your patience. And so they get practice in that area, but they get to have fun playing with little things that they wouldn't, I think, probably feel comfortable playing with once they got older. But they get to get down on the floor and stack blocks and play with the baby dolls and make her laugh and things and do peekaboo and all those things that they really enjoy doing with her, but we wouldn't do otherwise. So it's just it's sweet being able to have those relationships. And Lydia is very loved, very loved and spoiled by her siblings. The boys dote on her and carry her around, and just, yeah, she's got it made. She has got the life. What else? She can stack up blocks. She likes to do, stack the towers. She's learning that. She likes to do anything that she sees the older kids do. So if they're coloring, she'll get something and try to color. Oh, it's so cute. Elsie last night, she was reading an Anne of Green Gables book on the couch. I had a bunch in a pile there. And all of a sudden, there's Lydia. She went and chose one of the Anne of Green Gables books and climbed up on the couch. And she was sitting just kind of slumped down next to Elsie, just looking at that book with the book open, just like Elsie. It was so cute how they model those older siblings. She loves to go outside. It's like her favorite thing. She will go and get her rain boots and bring them to me because she wants to go outside. And especially if Jason is there, because he is like one of her favorite people in the whole world. She just lights up. If he walks in the room, he has to hold her. She will just go to him and just up until he picks her up. And so if he takes her outside, that's everything right there. That's him and outside. But really, anybody who wants to take her out, she is your friend because she loves to go outside. She loves food. That girl can eat. I think she can eat more than some of her older siblings. She eats and eats and eats, and yeah, don't hold her back. I keep telling the kids, I was like, Lydia's going to help us to learn to always put our dishes in the sink or in the dishwasher, because you cannot leave anything on the table or she will climb up there and start eating your leftovers or drinking your milk or whatever you leave there. She will be on it that fast because she's got a food radar on her. She likes food and she will eat anything. She even bit into a raw onion and didn't even bat an eye. She is amazing. I make kombucha and other fermented things, and she will just drink it. Like, it does not matter how sour it is. She likes it all. She's incredible. Oh, which reminds me, I told you I was going to tell you the thing of why I think that I'm feeling so much better this pregnancy. I think it's because of the B vitamins that our whole family is taking, because this has been the first pregnancy that I have consistently taken methylated B vitamins, and I will link below the one that I'm taking. I really feel like it is it's the thing that pushed me into feeling so good this pregnancy. I actually forgot to take it for a week over Christmas and was almost feeling like anxious. I was just feeling so, around in our world, there's plenty of things to be worried about, right? But I usually don't let it get to me at all. I was feeling so anxious, like I can't even breathe. And then I suddenly realized that I hadn't been taking that B vitamin, and I started taking it. And by the third day, I was feeling great again and just like stable in myself. So I'm so thankful for that. And I get just little lozenges. There's lots of different kinds of methylated B. Even, I think is it the Smarty Pants vitamins that have methylated B in them? You just have to pay attention and make sure that it says methylated on whatever vitamins you're taking. But we even get little lozenges, and I give them to the kids, even down to Lydia, because they say it's genetic. Like if you have this gene mutation that would cause you to have a need for methylated Bs. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent here. That it is typically genetic, and it's like 40% of the population have a need for it. So I'm just like, you know what? We're all going to be in good health here. So down to Lydia, I give her just a little, I cut them in half, just the little lozenges in half that I would give to the kids. And so I give her that, and she really likes vitamins. Again, she likes it all. Because I also have I think it's Nordic Naturals. I wish I remembered all my brands better. There are these little like balls, gels of DHA and omega like fish oils in them, and so they're kind of fishy tasting, but she will, when I give her one of those, she gets so excited she'll eat that pop it in her mouth and eat it. Yeah, if she's throwing a fit sometimes in the morning when we take her vitamins and she sees the vitamins come out, she'll just stop and she's like, okay, I'm ready to go, I want my vitamins. She really likes them. Let's see what else. Oh, I got asked if she's speaking a lot. She is not saying a lot of words. I was reading about like what's typical for a 16-month-old, and it says they can say up to 7 words is typical. Of course, like Bella was such a talkative. She was my first though, and so it was just her and I sitting there practicing saying words. So that was probably a large part of it when you have that kind of time. But I mean, she definitely is saying, you know, she says things like, today she wanted something and she said, pee, instead of please, you know, that kind of thing. Or she'll say funny things like, here you go, if she's trying to hand us something. So she has those kind of basic words, a few, but for the most part, she just kind of babbles a lot. Babble, 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 babble. Or honestly, she has her needs met so quickly by her siblings that she really doesn't have much of a reason to speak at this point. Although, you know, this is a very talkative family and my kids have a lot to say, so I'm sure it won't be long before she is in there trying to make sure everybody hears her opinion about everything, just like everyone else. But in the meantime, not a whole lot of talking. She's also, I think, because she's so active and so good with her body, that I think probably that's kind of like her big developmental activity that's going on right now, more so than a lot of language. Because like I said, I'm so impressed with her skills of, you know, her skills of being able to build block towers or figuring things out, like very incredible. This was a few months ago, actually. So she was probably only 13, maybe going on 14 months old. The kids had their snap circuits kit out, which is just like, you know, 100 different pieces. And then one of them is the battery compartment. And you link all these things together. It's really cool. So she comes along and we're all sitting there and she picks up she looks and looks and looks and looks and looks because she sees the batteries sitting there. And then she looks through all the pieces and holds up the battery compartment piece and tries to take it over to put a battery in it. That blew my mind that she knows because she observes them, and she knew that that was the piece out of that 100, you know, pieces in this pile. She knew that was the one that held the batteries. Wow. Like, that is the kind of brain activity that's happening in there. It's just, kids are just amazing. They just blow my mind. But then at the same time, you know, she's like throwing temper tantrums when I try to change her diaper and all those things that babies do. So, you know, we have that balance of, you know, I'm just like a screaming wild child and I'm so intellectual that I'm just going to knock your socks off. But that's the beauty of it. That's the fun. I really enjoy this stage where you get to see just the brain explosions while they're learning. And yeah, it's just incredible. Incredible. So there you have it. I probably have babbled on for like 20 minutes or more by now because, you know, I'm just feeling in a chatty mood. So I'll end it now before I end up just boring you to death. But that's my update. Pregnancy, baby, everything's great. We're just so thankful, especially during these times, to live where we do, out in our own little paradise here where the kids can run and play. And it's just wonderful, wonderful the freedoms we have here. We're grateful. So we'll keep you posted as we continue on. I actually, being able to update you on things like pregnancy and life is really important to me. And this is how important it is. We actually had a TV show that was heavily pursuing us. They focus on just pregnancy. So it would just basically follow my pregnancy. And I even had turned them down and they came back. They just really wanted us on the show because they wanted a large family, yada, yada, yada. And I finally, in all these conversations back and forth, the one thing that they said was that if we commit to this, which seemed like pretty, you know, good thing, we got to film ourselves. They would send us the camera equipment, the whole 9 yards. We'd get paid for it. But one of the things was that I had to sign a contract that until the show aired, which wouldn't be until after the baby was born, that I wasn't supposed to talk to you guys here on this channel about anything else related to the pregnancy or the baby or the birth, that I couldn't share any more details until after the baby was born because they wanted it to be on that show. They didn't want it to be out there anywhere. And Jason and I were like, no, these are our people. Like, this is our YouTube family. I can't just say, sorry, see, and, you know, you got to stay in the dark and not know anything of when the baby's coming or what the details are until sometime, you know, after Mother's Day. It was like, no, that's not going to happen. It's just not worth it. So thank you for being our people. We appreciate you. You're important to us. You're that important to us. We're so grateful for this community. It has blessed us. It has blessed our life greatly. I had no idea when we haphazardly started YouTube just to share with family and friends. I had no idea that it would turn into this community of incredible people who want to be part of our life. So thank you for being there. And I will see you all very soon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.